Welcome again to the third discussion on getting into IT. Today we'll be breaking down the computer system in layman terms and looking at each of its components. Computer systems in general are made up of hardware, which are physical devices that we can touch, and software, which are instructions that enable the devices to work together seamlessly. Let's look at each of them. Hardware could either be inside a computer case like the CPU, RAM, hard disk, and other devices, or outside. Inside the case, you'll find Central Processing Unit or CPU, which does all the processing just like the human brain. Another internal device is the Random Access Memory, commonly called RAM or just memory. This is where everything, that is the data, while being processed, is stored. The size and speed of this RAM determines the performance of the computer system. Also inside the computer case is a secondary storage device known as a hard drive. It stores data persistently in the long term. Traditional HDD is slower with moving parts. Modern SSD is faster but more costly. Input devices let computer users enter data in different formats used for processing. They range from keyboards for text input to mics for audio input and even cameras for video inputs. Output devices, on the other hand, present users with the results of the processed data, like printers, speakers, headphones, monitors, and projectors. Other important devices on the computer system include motherboard, which glues all the parts together, expansion cards like GPUs, power supplies, batteries, even the computer case that holds everything together. Software could either be system software which interacts directly with the hardware, or application software which acts as an interface between the computer system and the internal hardware. The operating system is a platform that lays the foundation for all other software. It manages all devices and data. Examples include Android and iOS for mobile computer systems, Windows and Mac OS for PCs, and Linux common in servers. Utility programs, device drivers, and other system software provide core functionality like disk defragmentation, cleaning, and antivirus. Other software development tools include translators, which makes sure that the human input is converted to machine-readable code either by interpreting it, compiling it, or assembling it. Application software could either be general-purpose software, business, productivity, or creativity, multimedia. Let us take a kitchen to represent a computer system. The computer hardware will be the kitchen equipment, which provides the essential tools and workspace. The CPU will be the cooking equipment itself. It provides the heat and processing power to cook the food. Of course, there are different kinds of CPUs, some with more power than others. The memory will be the chef's workplace or the counter. It's going to hold the ingredients and other tools that are currently being used while cooking. The storage would be the pantry or the refrigerator. HDD stores all the ingredients in the long term, while SSD offers faster access to frequently used items. Input devices would be like the buttons on the oven or fryer, and also the utensils that you use to cook. They'll allow the chef to be able to interact with the equipment and control the settings. Output devices would be like your display screens that show you the temperature or cooking time, or even the pots, plates, dishes, and cups that you use to serve your food. Still using the kitchen analogy, the software would be the recipes, the instructions, and cooking techniques, which will actually determine the kind of food that needs to be created and how you prepare it. The head chef will represent the operating system because they get to manage other chefs and set up the rules that needs or the instructions that need to be followed. The recipes and dishes will make up the application software with specific instructions and ingredients lists for each dish. Different programs will always create different functionalities. All in all, there are so many different career paths that you can take, depending on if you prefer working with your hands, troubleshooting problems, designing or developing computer systems. At the end of the day, this is not an exhaustive list. It will always depend on your specific role and the industry in which you find yourself. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like and share with others. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. This is Vitus DK. You already know.